Anything? Okay, Gwen. Question. Oh, you mean 22? I thought 20. Okay, that's fine. 22 also great. 22 also very good. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sure. Okay. Maybe your phone is locked, Kirana. That's why it doesn't go to landscape. Kirana, at least unmute one, please, because then we can talk. Okay. Okay. Interesting, Gwen. Yes. Yeah, very good, Kirana. Very good. Wonderful.
Part thereof means what does part thereof mean?
Very good. So you notice that you didn't use the 30-minute, the last one. You noticed that, right? You didn't.
Yeah.
You still pay $2.5 or not if you don't use the full 30 minutes. What's the rule?
I think you have to.
Correct. That's what it means by the phrase part thereof. You're correct.
Okay.
Do you understand? Okay. So is this common sense? No, it's more like the rule of the bicycle company lah. It's more like a rule. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kirana, again, updates please. Updates first. What's going on? What's happening?
Like
The
updates for
exam?
like exam.
Sure. The exam is this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Chinese and then something and then math. Am I correct?
EMF, then EMF.
Oh my goodness. All right. Have you decided what to do with AMAT? Gwen, your answer is correct.
Okay. EMF. I want to do the bearing and the 3D structure thing.
I think that's very important for EMAT. A lot of marks are more. I agree. If that's you have decided on that, let's just do it. Because you already also cut today half an hour. Alamak, I'm very confused. Alamak, you cut half an hour during exam week, but it's Chinese tomorrow lah. So what to do? Okay, come. Practice. If you have the question, practice. If not, I'll give you the hard ones. Okay. Okay, Gwen. Gwen, I already see a percentage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, do you know? Question 27 is percentage. So obvious lah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right, perfect. Okay, Kirana, you're showing me textbook, yeah? Do you want me to explain or do you want just to do?
I take picture on the Jamboard.
Okay, sure thing. What you're practicing is exam level, a bit of a medium difficulty, but exam level lah. So I like that.
I just don't know how to like start the question.
Again, show me in the Jamboard first.
I think the Jamboard's full already.
You cannot make a new one, right? Okay. I am going to make a new one for you.
I need help for the question 27.
27. Yes, what is it, Gwen?
I need help for the question 27.
Yeah. Sorry. What is the help that you need? What is confusing to you? Tell me.
So like there are 3 types of flowers, and then so I understand that like to find the percentage of the roses you have to like but actually I don't understand what you have to find first in order to find the answer.
The question itself is terrible. Not terrible. Sorry. The question itself is not obvious, but it's primary 5 level. So we have to deal with it. Okay. So let's understand it. I put in Jamboard. Kirana, I already made it.
Okay.
You say that there are 3 types of flower. I agree. What are they?
Roses, orchids, and red roses.
That's not really true.
Is it
The orchids,
like
yes. The red roses, yes. I think you have to say other roses.
okay?
Okay, so roses means there are 2 types. The other roses, don't know one, and then the red roses. Make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, they tell you the red rose. They actually
Mhm.
tell you the red rose. I think it makes a lot of sense for them to ask you orchid. Okay. The reason is because the moment you know one, you know everything. That's the concept.
Okay.
Okay. So let me ask you, orchids, how many units?
Units. It's like
Yeah. If you cannot say unit, then say percent, no?
So 40%.
I agree. Okay. And the total is of course 100, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So orchid is, so you're already starting well. Orchid 40%. And then you have red rose. And then you have other rose. And then of course total. Total is 100%, no doubt about it. Now, please tell me, red rose how many percent? Other rose how many percent? Okay,
The
Kirana.
red
Go
roses
on.
are 50%.
No, wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. 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 It's not 50%. Read the question.
50%.
I know it says 50%. It's not 50%. It's not. It's 50% of the roses. Okay, Kirana, you don't know how to start, correct? This question.
Yeah.
Remember what I said. I teach you something very important. Your teacher may not. I teach you that a triangle, you must know 3. Does your teacher teach you that?
Yeah.
Your teacher teach you that a triangle must know 3.
I mean like either 2 angle, 1 length or 2 length, 1 angle.
I guess either one. So if your teacher teach that and I teach that, do you use it?
Mm-hmm.
Then use it lah. The triangle, you know how many?
Triangle now only got 2 length.
And that's the problem, right? You have to know 3, then you can do what? What is the issue with knowing 3? Only if you know 3, you can use what?
Can what?
Why do we need to know 3?
So
Then we
the
can use
Then can use the
sine
sine.
rule, cosine rule, Pythagoras, Stochastic, everything basically, everything. That means if you want to find the last, you only know 2, right? You want the last guy, you cannot use sine rule, cosine rule, Stochastic, and Pythagoras. Cannot. You must use some other method to find the number 3 before you can use them. That's the meaning. You go and find the other one using any other method other than those 4. Okay? Now, Gwen, are you stuck?
okay, so to find the percentage of the red roses, you have to okay, so like 50 over 100 times 24.
Oh, okay, no, let's wait. Let's stop. All the roses are 60%. That one you know, lah, correct? Something like that. Okay, in the Jamboard, yeah, you see. Now,
Yeah.
before I go further, I will just try to explain this. It's very serious. 50% of the rows, 50% of the rows are red roses. Let me ask you one more time. How many percent is red roses?
50%.
Okay, then let me show you something like this. The total is 60, right? If this is 50%, then this is 10%. Correct?
Yeah.
But does that make sense? If this makes sense, please tell me right now.
I think it does.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, we have to talk about this. That means we found something important already.
Okay.
Kirana, can you find no number 3? Can you find the third info?
Yeah, I think I found it.
which is
The
the angle, is it?
I need to calculate first.
Okay, good. Now let's try something. Okay. Anyway, you already obtained this skill just now. Let's convert percent to decimal first, and then, if possible, convert it to fraction. I have a feeling that your fraction is the strongest. So please give me 50%. How many fraction?
3%.
Is how
50
many
per
fraction?
100.
I mean, make it simpler lah. Make it simple.
50 over 100.
Which you simplify, it becomes
Um,
totally correct, but simplify, please lah.
2 over 5.
Are you serious? 50 over 100 is 2 over
Okay.
5. Wait, are you serious or not? Wait, come on. You can't be serious. Your mental calculation is strong.
1.5.
Good. Half. Half lah. Call it half, right? Call it half.
Yeah.
Now, 50% is half. These days you're gonna get used to it. Or 50% is half. I agree with what you're doing, Kirana. Totally agree with that. I like it a lot. Okay, very much. Okay, so now Gwen, 50% is half. So now let me change the question for you lah. Half of the roses are red.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you the question one more time. How many percent is the red roses? Half. Half of them. Come on.
Yeah.
Which is how many percent?
50%.
Okay. I think the percent is confusing. I'm gonna try again. Now I'm gonna scratch everything. Let's say for orchid is 4 unit. This whole thing is 6 unit. Can I do that? I'm just changing it from percent to unit. The total is 10 unit lah. No problem. Tell me if there's a problem, Gwen.
No. No
Okay.
problem.
What is half of 6 unit?
3.
And if red roses is 3, because that's what you say, half of 6 unit is 3 unit. So what is the other rose? How many units?
3 units.
Okay. Now you have 2 options here. 4, 3, 3, 10. Okay, which basically means, by the way, 40%, 30%, 30%, and 100%. I hope that makes some sense. Or the other option, 40%, 50%, 10%, and 100%.
Yeah.
Is it possible that the second one is correct, not the first one? Is it possible?
The second one you're referring to is
40, 30, 30, 100. Looking good,
40.
Kirana. Looking very good.
40, 30, 30, 100.
Yeah, 2 options right now. 40, 50, 10, 100, or 40, 30, 30, 100. Which one?
40, 30, 30, 100.
Why do you change your mind? Is it because I say so? Is it because I think that's correct?
I think the units.
Okay. If you're confused at the second one, you're same with me. We are either both correct or both wrong. We can still be both wrong. But if you think that is correct, try to use the second one. Kirana, you're doing a very good job. The bearing one should be easy, but if not, please tell me. Okay.
So
Good. Yes, go ahead.
the second
Option.
So I use the second option to work out my way.
Orchid. Yeah. Because at this point, I think you can already. I think you already can.
So to like make it clear, so the 4 units is the orchid, then the 3 units is the red roses, 3 units is the other roses, and the total is 10
Of
units.
course, 10 units. Yeah. Okay. That's what I think. That what seems to be what you think also. Oh, let's use that. Okay, Kirana, finding an angle would be a good idea, I guess. Ooh. You're using a sine rule? Yes, yes, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Looks like your cosine rule and sine rule is not bad. It is true. Not bad at all. By the way, the AC answer 49. Does it visually look like it makes sense or not? 49.
Yeah.
How come it's shorter than 55? Are you sure it's shorter than 55? Does it
Yes.
look like it's shorter? What do you think?
55 look like hypo though. I mean like look like the diagonal
Not
side.
not hypo, not hypo. There's no hypo here, but longer or shorter. That's the issue here. 55 looks longer or shorter than your AC.
I just check the answer.
No. In exam, you don't have answer key. Kirana, come on. In exam, you don't have answer key. You're having exam on Thursday. Let me ask you, does it look shorter or longer in the picture? Does AC look shorter or longer than the 55 one?
It looks shorter though.
It is. It looks shorter to me also. So if the answer is longer, there's reason to worry. Right now, there is no reason to worry. In exam, you do that.
So like I wanna say
Is this
that
the final answer?
no, like actually I don't know. So this is the first like
The
finding one unit.
Sorry, which one is one unit? Which one is one unit?
8.
I agree with you. And then
And then the orchids
there is
are
4 unit. So I agree with you. Yep.
32.
Now, are you happy with the answer?
I'm not sure if it's the final answer though.
How many stalks of orchid are there? Do you think that you have answered the question?
Probably, yeah.
I think so too. Now, is this something that you need to practice? Is this the problem? This kind of
Right
question.
now I think my priorities are set for like exams, but I'm not sure if like generally in the future I would like need to learn this skill like for my other tests.
Wait, if percent is your topic, if percent and decimals are your exam topics, this is quite likely to be your exam question. One of them. Very likely, man.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, how do I say? Get used to it. They now combine everything together, percent, decimal, unit. To them, it doesn't matter. They just flip. And what I'm saying is that sometimes when you go from percent to unit, it makes life easier. Simply because you're more familiar with unit, simply.
Yeah.
If you have a chance, you should do that. If not, then unfortunately. Now, the other way of doing it is 50% of the roses. 50%, your teacher would like to do this of 60%. If you're very confused, just change this to half and just change this to 3/5. So half times 3/5. If very confused, you'll find this to be 3/10, which is 30%.
I'm not sure if my teacher has like will
Yes, Gwen.
really teach us to do this because she hasn't actually really started on like work problems on percentage like these ones.
Trust me, Gwen, this will happen.
Okay.
Trust me. Right. Another question, please. Go and find. Yeah. Yes, Kirana. I mean, I've seen the answer already. I've seen the answer. Right. The issue is more like this. Does it make sense or not? Now, draw your bearing because I cannot see what you're drawing. So bearing of C from A, right?
Oh, C
Draw
from
the drawing from C from A. So let me see it. Yeah, okay. Push it up, please. Push it up. C from A, right? C from A. So which one is C from A? Just checking.
So can I just like proceed with the next?
Yes, please. Good. Find another one. Okay. Which one is C from A?
From like
The reason why your bearing is a
like
bit confusing because there's no arrow. At least add the arrow. The circle needs to you gotta add the arrow somehow. Add the arrow. What I mean is this. No. What I mean is it's easier for you if you just add this kind of arrow, something like that. A small arrow that. So something like this, like that. Like that. Okay, something like that. Okay, is that what you're looking for? Is that the 199?
yeah.
Okay, then let me ask you, does it look like this is 79.3 visually lah? Does it look like it?
Yeah.
I agree. So no more questions. I think you did all right. I think you did right. Gwen,
got
did
the
you find any? You can check if you want. Okay, Gwen, did you find any other decimal or percentage question? Oh, I see that.
Question one of booklet, like question one of paper two.
Yeah. Which one?
Question one.
Question one. Oh, the supermarket $1.35.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, sure thing. There's a lot of units, so I agree lah. I agree. Oh wow, that question is harder. Okay, Kirana, which one is your next question?
But the example 6, the practice now
Okay,
6.
would you help me zoom out, please? Yeah, to zoom in already. Zoom out. Yeah, zoom out.
Okay.
Okay, let's choose something harder because you don't have much time. You're choosing which one?
The practice now 6.
No, too easy. The one, too easy. Let me see. Yeah, let me see.
Oh, the Jamboard.
Shift to the left. Thank you. Oh no, yeah, now this is hard. Yeah, many triangle is very hard. Thank you very much. This is probably the hardest thing they can ask you. Good, very good. I like it.
It's a three, it's like 3.5 is
Yes.
so 3.5 is like
How
I
many
also
gram?
think that like have
How many
another like
gram?
small problem with conversion.
Yes, you mean you have problem with unit conversion.
Yeah, aside from the big topics.
Unit conversion is a big thing. I suspect that that's part of the problem. I suspect. But that's because everybody has this problem. But you started off very well. Your 1 kilogram becomes 1,000 gram is totally correct. That's the right way to start. Now, are you saying that you cannot continue from 3.5 kilogram?
Like I can, but I have like one question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so like 3.5 is like 0.5 another like 1 kg. Or is it like half a kg?
You go to page 17 because time is almost up. Let me teach you the simplest logic first. Let's pretend that I cannot answer your question and I give you something else. Let's pretend for now, okay? Let's pretend.
Okay.
This is a good start. Now, why is this a good start? Because, okay, repeat after me. What happened at the left happens at the right. Repeat after me.
What happens at the left happens at the right.
Okay, now look at the left. What happened at the left? Times or divide? Times or divide? Come on. Obviously, it's times 3.5. Correct. Obviously. Easy, man. Easy to see. That's what happened to the left. If that is what happened to the left, that is what happened to the right. I teach you this
so
already.
if I'm not wrong, is it like if you want to convert it's 3.5 times 1,000?
Correct. What happens at the left happens on the right. Precisely. Nicely. Now, Kirana, you haven't started. Are you stuck somehow?
Reading the example first.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Scary question. Let's do it together. Okay. So you have the gram, right, Gwen? You have the gram. So what do you do with it, right?
Okay,
You are 1 mark into the question. How about the last mark?
so the answer for this one is 30,000.
Are you serious? Wait.
Wait, is this correct though? I'm not sure.
Okay. Again, one of the unwritten rule of a math question is that it needs to make some common sense. Yeah. Now, of course, you do not know that supermarket price is $1.35 dollar. That's not common sense. That's just what the supermarket sell. But you have common sense. Would you be happy or surprised if your mom spent $30,000 on prawns in the supermarket?
No.
You won't be happy, right?
Yeah.
You know how big $30,000 is. That's common sense.
Yeah.
Your common sense say that's too big. Mom, serious, you go and buy $30,000 worth of prawn from the supermarket? Seriously?
Yeah.
It shouldn't happen based on common sense and experience. Now, the rule of math question, especially with money, that it needs to make common sense. And I can tell you that that price does make some sense. So $30,000 shouldn't be the answer. I hope that makes some sense based on common sense. Based on common sense is very weird one. Okay? Can you accept that, Gwen? That's my argument right now. Hey, cannot be lah. Too expensive lah. Okay? Apply that so that you have some idea whether your answer is correct or not. That's a good thing. Okay. Now, 3,500 gram is still very good. It's still a very good answer. So I'll give you my last hint. If not, we have to stop. Let's say the last hint is, let's say Kelly only buy 200 gram. How much will she pay?
2.7.
Correct. What's so difficult with 3,500 gram? What's so difficult? You know 200 gram.
So,
Remember no tree, Kirana, yeah? Remember no tree.
like
Elliot?
one
Yes, Gwen?
question.
Yes, Gwen?
So like the 3.5, so we already converted it to like
Gram,
3,500.
which is a good idea. Mhm.
So all I need to do is just times 1.35.
Which will give you a very big number, around 4,000 something. Make sense or not?
Yeah.
Look, when I asked you 200 gram, you immediately work out is times 2. You didn't times 200. What's going on here? You can handle 200 gram. You handle it correctly. Correct or not? If you buy 200 gram, it's not like you times 200. You just times 2. And that makes sense. Come on.
So 100 times. Okay, wait,
Think. Good, Kirana, good. Ritzel aku bisa lihat. Ini lagi sibuk banget.
Yeah.
Okay, Glenn, one more time. Let me ask you one more question.
Okay.
Let's say Kelly bought 500 gram. How much did she pay?
1.35 times 5.
Times 5. Correct. Not times 500, but times 5. And you are correct. Your math is working.
So
Come on, man.
3,500 divided by 100.
Becomes 35, right?
Yeah. And then 35 times 1.35.
Makes sense or not? I ask you. Makes sense or not?
35 point.
No, as in 35 times that, not 30,500. Makes sense or not?
Yes.
Good. That is correct.
Okay.
Okay, that is correct. Good. I'll see you next time. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Kirana, just to confirm, you seem to be doing very well. Yeah, you okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're doing are all correct. Very happy. It's true, you know, your math is good and your visual math is even stronger. It's always true. Always true. That's your strength. Elliot, can you hear me? Just checking.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your video?
Wait, I need to take the stand first.
Okay, okay. Come. Hmm. Hmm. Come on, Kirana. What's the rule? Come on. Come on. For a triangle to be doable, what must you have? Come on. Come on. Don't waste time in exam. Come on. For a triangle to be doable, a triangle
The
must
rule.
what? Sorry?
The cosine rule.
No, you must know how many. Come on, just say it. You must know how many so that you can use sine rule or cosine rule or whatever. You must know how many.
3.
What is the triangle that you're trying to use? Let me ask you. Which triangle are you trying to use for AD? Because you have two options.
Either like ADC or ADB.
Yeah, let me ask you, which one do you know three? ADC, you know three or not?
Yeah.
Which three? You say ADC, you know three. Which three?
I just need to find the length of BC.
I totally agree with you. Now try triangle ABD first. Do you know three or not?
No.
Come on. Come on. The question always tries to help you.
Oh.
You do not want to be helped by the question. Do you know three or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, your logic of finding BC is correct. It's just that exam is Thursday. I want you to choose the shorter way. Make sense?
Mm.
Because the question was actively trying to help you. Please use their help. Good. Continue. Hey, use the 5SF, okay, in the working.
Okay.
Use the 5SF. Yeah. Elliot, I think we haven't met for so long already. As per usual, updates, please.
For most of the subjects, everything done already. It's just doing
Makes sense.
practice papers
Makes
and time
sense. So,
stuff.
so you're saying that the classes will just give you, here's a prelim paper, do something like that.
Yeah, I'll do the topical TYS
Oh, topical device, understand. And then in your class, sometimes they do time practices.
after school.
Okay. Tell me more. Oh, so your school has a new habit. Your school asks you guys to stay longer
Yeah.
to do time practices
Yes.
for all subjects or what?
Yeah.
Scary. Scary, man. So that means every day you have to stay behind.
Not really every day. Like some days don't have, but should this tomorrow got one also for camp.
Okay. Now here's the thing. It's true that time practices are important if you know how to benefit from them. If you do not know how to benefit from them, what you're getting is, okay, it's a practice, it's nice, but you're getting anxiety, you're getting tiredness. Those two things are not good. Okay, you will be tired and you might be anxious, but you better get something very useful out of those activities. Okay, now, whatever, long story short, do you think you benefit from the time practice or not? Say honestly. Is it a waste of energy or is it useful?
I mean, I guess benefit a bit lah.
I'm sorry, you're saying? Sorry, what?
Yes, got benefit.
Okay. Tell me about the benefits. Tell me.
Like if you know how much you know about the subject already,
True.
with time practice, then also can see
Oh, yeah.
if you are
Mhm.
fast enough during the exam conditions.
And it is true that you will have a time problem for almost all subjects. It is true, except for EMath only. Only for EMath. EMath, chemistry, bio is it? Am I correct? Bio, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything will have time problem one. Everything. That's true lah. That's true. What else is the benefit besides that?
I mean,
Do you
it's
say?
possible to study.
In what way? Tell me.
Like to prepare for time practice. Some classes they let you make like a cheat sheet or not open book. Then you just
Semi-open
study.
book. Correct. Does your class ask you to make cheat sheets?
Yeah.
Kirana is a very standard question. If you don't know how, please tell me. Yeah. The shortest distance. So, cheat sheet. Historically, Elliot, is a very progressive way. I mean that's positive. A very progressive way to study for exam because in uni, all the hard subjects are semi-open book, either open or semi-open. And now you know what semi-open is because your teacher asked you to make cheat sheet. Okay, semi-open book is you can bring in one A4 cheat sheet back and forth. Just write anything you want. That's in uni lah. You do want to go to uni, right?
Yeah.
All the harder subject will be semi-open or full open. That is the scariest exam for people who don't study, who don't prepare. Okay. I'm discussing this because O-level doesn't allow cheat sheet. So you have to know how cheat sheet works. Or in fact, if you already know how cheat sheet works for you personally, I don't have to discuss it anymore. Do you know how cheat sheet works even though O-level doesn't allow cheat sheet? Do you know now?
I mean, for me, I just write down what I'm not really confident in.
True, that's fair. That's fair. Anything else?
No, that's all I do.
So, and that's fine. That's totally fine. If you write down things that you already know, it's useless. You're correct already. You're writing things that you're not comfortable with. I don't know, not comfortable remembering, not comfortable understanding. That's already a very good start. I'm very happy. How does that help you during O-level? Because O-level cannot cheat sheet, ma. I mean, it helps you during time practices lah, because you can refer to the cheat sheet, right? During O-level, how?
I don't know, but as you're doing the cheat sheet, you also take in the information a bit.
Very good. Very good. Yes, correct. That's the number 3 benefit. It's already a very big benefit. Number 3. There's even better benefit. Any other benefits? Right?
I don't know.
Okay. So number 3, I'll phrase it like this. You're working out what you know and you don't know. And then you're putting what you don't know in the cheat sheet. What you don't like, whatever. Okay. People who are for some reason not very serious in studying, will actually put either everything in the cheat sheet or just put in what they know. It's very weird one, Elliot. It's super weird. It's super weird, but it is true. Some students, because they are, for example, just not serious in the exam, will make a cheat sheet containing everything that they know. They are afraid of forgetting what they know, one thing, but they don't go and look for what they don't know. Unfortunately, what improves a person is what they don't know yet, not what they know already. That should make sense to you, Elliot, because that's how you study or make cheat sheet. So far, so good?
Yeah.
I don't know
How do
to
you?
start.
Okay, let me help you. Right. For now, Elliot, do you have something to practice?
I mean, I was planning to do some camp practice paper.
No problem. Can I see your cheat sheet a bit? Can I do that? I want to see the quality of your cheat sheet. If you
I
have them.
haven't made one.
I'm sorry, you're saying?
I haven't made one yet.
Hey, waste of time praising you lah. Do you want the cheat sheet or not?
Yeah, I'll probably make one like after.
Never mind. Go and practice first. I'll tell you later. I want to pinch you, man. Okay, Kirana. The first thing first is you gotta draw in the thing. You're a person who is very visual. You don't draw anything, you die. Draw, please. Won't hurt you, man. Draw using a
Draw already.
pencil if you like. Where?
Or like the triangle on my paper.
Oh, you did. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You did. You did. Wonderful. You're correct. Sorry, you're correct. You're correct. And you even label it K. Am I correct? Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I like it. No, I like it. No, you don't die. You're saying that you don't know the method. The method is very simple. You use area. You
Half
use
times.
area. Half times base times height, which needs to be perpendicular, right? That's the area. Right? That's the area.
I find the area of ABD.
Yes. Using the second method that you just learned. You must find the area using the second method, not the half times base times height one. You must use the other new method you just learned. Sorry, Elliot, are you saying that you want to use your TYS or is it something else?
Using the Google Drive.
Now, how come you're not using TYS? Sorry. Wait. What?
We're using the TYS for like the time practices.
No, the time practices uses the not the non-topical one, the yearly TYS. You have topical TYS, what? No, me? I thought
yeah.
you have both the yearly and the topical one, right? Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Let's just talk about it, okay? Tomorrow, right? You're gonna do time practices using the yearly one, okay? Usually, after you do yearly one, you will know how fast you are. That's not the most important thing. You will know where you're weak and strong at. Okay, you will know immediately. I'm weak at this point. I'm weak at strong point. So usually you go back to TYS to practice the weak one. So far, so good.
Yeah.
That's just how people usually do. Those that are serious, at least. We haven't met for a long time. I thought the last time we met, long time ago, you already have some idea which topic you're weak at for chemistry. At least I thought, you know me?
Yeah.
Then which topics are you weak at?
Here, then I'll take my topical.
Yeah, go ahead, topical first. Because we pretend we're preparing for prelim tomorrow, right? Okay, Kirana, good. So now you use the
Wait,
half base times height lah.
Wait, the area divided by the AD.
Yeah, write down the area formula. Half times base times height. Then you know what you divide it with. Write down.
Oh.
You have two formulas for area. You're using them both lah. So if you have the area, you're gonna divide it with what?
divided by the base.
Okay, is that all?
The half also.
The half also. Correct. Just checking. Correct. Go ahead.
Yeah. So is the area divided by 4.92 divided by half?
Agree. Okay. You get an answer.
I think I left my topical TYS in school.
Okay, so usually during class, you practice using the topical one, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, for your time practice tomorrow, let me ask you a few questions. Are you going to do the full MCQ or the full paper one, paper two, or how does it go? Okay, Kirana, just check. Yes.
Should be full paper to form paper 2. Quite long.
Seriously, you'll do the MCQ, which is 1 hour, and then you'll do the paper 2, which is how many minutes, do you know?
Sometimes we do the MCQ like during the class itself, then paper
Correct.
2 after.
Correct. Because if not, it's too long already.
Yeah.
Okay, now for the paper 2 one, how long do you have? Do you know?
I think like what, 2 hours 15. Is it?
Come on, I already break it down for you. I'm gonna pinch you, man. I'm gonna pinch you, man. Next time I meet, I will pinch you, okay? Hey, you. Okay, go to the Jamboard. Sorry, my Jamboard is very low, very late. The 3D structure, please. Something harder. Also, angle of elevation. Yeah. This practice now 7 is a medium exam level question. Okay. Okay, let me explain one more time the trouble with time. Okay, for paper 2. No. Okay, MCQ how many percent? Sorry, let me just start from MCQ how many percent? For the total O level, do you know, Elliot?
No, I don't.
Oh, come on. Paper 2, you don't know. So 50%. The practical or the lab is 20%. It's the smallest one. Okay. Most people will worry the most about the lab. Are you also that kind of people? Worry most about the lab?
Not really. Not the most.
Good. Please don't. The worst thing you can do is 12 out of 20. The most you can do is 16 out of 20 or 17. There's not a lot of difference in the lab. If you do very bad, it's usually still 12 out of 20. If you do very good, it's usually still just 17 out of 20. It's not a lot of difference. Okay? It's not.
Yeah.
It's 12% to 17%. If you're not that kind of person, good for you. Now, the second type is most people practice MCQ in the hopes of getting the MCQ correct. Okay? Are you also that type of people?
I mean, it could help like overall.
Nonsense. Bloody nonsense. Come, strategy meeting again. Come on. MCQ is useless to practice if you want A. If you want B, you can do whatever you want. You're good enough for a B, by the way. By the way, Elliot, I have enough confidence in you that you will get B3 at the very least for chemistry. If that is your goal, you don't have to do much. Just practice. Just practice like normal people. You will get your B3 one. I am very confident. Are you happy with B3? If you're happy with B3, our strategy meeting stop already. No need a lot of strategy one. You're good enough.
No.
If you want anything more than B3, then you listen to me carefully. Stop practicing MCQ unless the teacher asks you. Okay, when your teacher asks you, just practice. It's okay one. Other than that, don't waste your time with MCQ. Why? Because there'll be 8 days after everything finished to practice your O-level MCQ. Again, do you understand what I'm saying or not?
Yeah.
Please practice your MCQ at that point until you're tired of it. You will be able to score 27% out of 30 quite easily if you practice at no other time. At no other time you practice MCQ, only the last 8 days, you will still get a very good mark most of the time. Okay, let me repeat this in another way. Strategically, if you practice paper 2, you're automatically practicing MCQ. Make sense?
Yeah.
People seem to think the other way. If you practice for MCQ, you also practice your paper 2. Correct lah if you're very bad. You're not very bad. You are quite good. At a certain level, paper 2 is just so different from MCQ. Therefore, practicing MCQ no longer increase your paper 2. It just increase your MCQ lah. And you have a lot of time to practice for MCQ. If your goal is not B3 or your goal is more than B3, you listen to me. Never touch MCQ unless the teacher says so. That's all. And in prelim, I would pretty much rather your paper 2 higher than your MCQ. Many people are happy with the other way around, not knowing that there is very little time to practice for paper 2. And therefore, they will not score A because of that, because they don't practice their paper 2 enough. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the one that determines your A1 or A2 is your paper 2. That's all. 41 hour, 45 minutes. Are you stuck, Kirana?
I got question. Is the ABC like ABCD a square?
They should tell you. If they don't tell you, it's a bit worrying lah. I must admit lah. Do they tell you?
No.
Okay, what they tell you is APQD instead. They tell you APQD is rectangle. Okay, they did tell you that.
Yeah.
Can you conclude from that ABCD also rectangle? Can you do that or not?
Yeah.
You can. Right now, you're correct. ABCD is rectangle. Right? Okay, good. Now,
I can
Elliot.
apply first, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So Elliot, how many marks total for paper 2? Tell me. Do you know now?
Paper 2.
Yeah. Paper 2 has section A and section B. How many marks for section A? How many marks for section B?
40 for paper 1. Paper
Yeah.
2 alone, right? Yeah.
No, it
Yes,
is 40 question, but it's 30%. Correct. We don't care about MCQ. Please don't care about MCQ. Whatever, man. Please don't care. Seriously, it doesn't affect your paper 2 because you're already quite good. Look, section B, very simple. Section B of paper 2 is 3 questions, each 10 marks, keeping it simple. So 30 marks, no? Correct? 30 marks.
Yeah.
For section A, whatever they want, sometimes long, sometimes short, is 50 marks. Don't ask me why it's so weird. But I train you 1 hour for, not 50 marks, 1 hour for doing the section A, 45 minutes for doing the section B. In order to get A, get at least 22 marks here, and get at least 42 marks here. They are extremely difficult due to the time constraint. It's not that the question is difficult. If they just give you 2 hours and 15 minutes, for example, a lot more people will score better. But the timing is so tight. The timing is the problem if you want to score more than B3. If you just want to score B3, you will have about just the right time. No matter how knowledgeable you are, you won't have enough time to answer for A1 if you just do the normal method. Notice, Elliot, you like to do things slow and steady. That's you. And that's fine. Because you like to do things slow and steady, you need some sort of strategy so that you are slow, steady, and get a lot of marks. If not, you will be slow, steady, and get enough marks for B3 because you're good. Slow and steady is good. But one more time, the time constraint is so tight, you need some sort of strategy and some sort of specific training. Not to make you work faster, just to make you score faster. There's a difference. Do I understand you enough, Elliot, to know you that you're slow and steady?
Yeah.
To know that if I try to rush you, or worse, you try to rush yourself, you will immediately perform worse in exam setting. Do
Yeah.
I and you know? Okay, I know you, you know you, correct?
Yeah.
Do you want me to be the type that rush you? Hey, now is prelim, now is O level. If you don't do faster, die. Do you want me to do that to you?
No.
I also don't want. But you need strategy, therefore, to compensate. Make sense or not?
Yes.
Now, 22 marks. The strategy is that I teach you, start with question 11. Tomorrow you start with question 11. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Tomorrow you start with question 11. What is question 11? What is the specialty of question 11? Come on, Elliot, come on. What is the specific special thing about the last question?
Oh, it's the either or question.
Good, either or question. And very likely, what? I tell you, very likely one of them is OCAM.
Oh.
Very likely. There will be one OCAM here and one OCAM here. There will be one at least. One OCAM on the section A, one OCAM on the section B. Okay, you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Very likely the either or one will be OCAM. Very likely you choose the OCAM one because your OCAM is good. That's the strategy. We have been practicing OCAM for so long already. That's the whole point. You understand me?
Yeah.
Now, question 11 is 10 marks. Are you supposed to score 10 marks? Are you supposed to? Come on.
I mean, if you can, then why not?
Of course lah, if you can lah, but don't put yourself that much of a pressure. You tell me if I'm wrong, if you feel the pressure too much, your performance go down immediately. You
Yeah.
need the right amount of pressure, not too much. And frankly speaking, you will never feel too little pressure. That will be a very weird experience for you. You never feel in a serious situation, no pressure, man. Correct or not?
Yeah.
The worst thing you can is to pressure yourself too much. Whenever you feel your pressure go up too much, whether you realize or not, your morale drop. Because your morale drop, your performance drop. Do I know you well enough? Is this
Yes.
correct? Good. So I am not pressuring you. Just score N marks. It is enough pressure. Not right, not wrong, not big, not too big, not too small, because your OCAM is good. Score 8 marks, move on. Why? Time, 15 minutes. If you have half an hour to alley-oop, you score as much as possible, but you have one chance to alley-oop. I don't know. Are you the alley-oop expert? Are you the three-pointer expert? Who are you? Are you the rebound expert? Sorry, I'm sorry. Am I saying something wrong here? In basketball, what is your specialty?
I don't know. Probably rebound. That's what my coach said.
You rebound. When people, if you're a rebound specialist, you position yourself well, other people can take a risky shot because if it rebounds, you save it. Correct or not? That's the strategy. So am I correct? I understand very little strategy. Correct or not? Okay, correct. If you have a rebound expert in your team, people can make riskier shot, not afraid of losing the ball to the opponent because you're tall. Correct? Okay, but you have one chance to rebound. Okay, my point is you only have 15 minutes to score 8 marks. Score your 8, move on. Don't force yourself if the last 2 mark or 1 mark is the super hard one. You will recognize when the question makes push the boundary too much already. You skip that in a serious time practice. You don't skip it when you're learning. Understand?
Yeah.
Like if the shot is too risky, in a practice, maybe you take it for practice purposes lah. But if it's too risky in the competition, you don't take it unless that's the only shot you have, the last minute. You don't take it. Correct or not? Too risky.
Yeah.
Lose the ball even worse. Why do you shoot so far? Move closer first lah, alamak. Get a better position to score. That's how you do it. If it's too risky of a question, just move on if you get 8 marks already. I hope you understand that. Then less pressure for you also. Okay?
Yeah.
First thing first, go to the last part. Find the OCAM. If it is not OCAM, you read and find what you're good at. You should know. You're good enough to know what you're good at already. You can have confidence in it. Okay, what's the second question I asked you to do after the question 11 one? Seriously, we never talk about this, isn't it? We never. Nice. The second one is question 9. What's the specialty of question 9? What's the specialty of question 9?
I don't know.
It's a reading comprehension question, which means you're going to have to do a lot of reading. This is the longest bloody hell question in the paper 2. This is the longest one. You do this the second. Okay. What is the bad thing about the reading comprehension question? Well, you have to read and you have to understand. Reading comprehension, man. The good thing is, it's usually quite easy once you understand. Usually. If you understand, if you rush, then you goodbye. For another 15 minutes, maybe slightly more because it's reading comprehension, you do. If after you read, you think it's a very difficult reading comprehension, you just aim for 5 marks. If you think after reading comprehension, you can score quite well, you aim for 7 marks. It depends on how easy or how hard the thing is. Usually, it is easy. I have met a reading comprehension, which, oh my goodness, that's just very hard. What to do? 5 marks low. If it is easy, what to do? 7 marks at least. Understand?
Yeah.
So, noting all that, you move to question 10 for the last 15 minutes. How many marks should you get for question 10? Count. Your total is 22.
Like 15.
Each of the questions are 10 marks, 10 marks, 10 marks. You aim for 8 marks at the question 11 because OCAM, very likely. In question 9, let's say the question is easy, 7 marks low. So for question 10, how many marks left?
Then just get another 8.
22 minus 8 minus 7 is 22 minus 8 minus 7. Oh, goodness me. Okay, strategy. Section B is the harder section. Do you want me to tell you, go and score 30 marks?
Okay. I get it.
Do you want me to tell you that?
No.
Do you want me to tell you score 22 marks for A at least? A1. Do you want me to tell you that? I'll tell you what most people do. Most people do section B last, leaving very little time. Is nonsense. And scoring 15 at most. At most 15. It's abysmal. Now, which one do you want me to tell you? Elliot, score 15 because that's what normal people usually do. Or Elliot, score 22 using this strategy. Or Elliot, score whatever you want. Or Elliot, score at 30 marks. I don't care. Which one?
23.
22. So if you want me to tell you score 22 marks using proper strategy and time management, how many marks for question 10?
7.
Good, 7 marks. If the reading section is very hard, don't be afraid to leave with 5 marks. Don't be afraid there is a total of 20 marks, because if it is hard for you, it's hard for everybody. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Aim for 877. If question 9 is very hard, 5. That's it, finish. 45 minutes done. So far, so good?
Yeah.
That is my goal for you tomorrow. If you can hit this, I don't care about anything else. You're on your way to 8. This is the hardest problem if you want to score for 8. Yes. The second hardest is section A. Do you understand our strategy meeting?
Yeah.
Now, do you want to practice section B today?
Yeah.
Go and find. So Kirana, I've been following you. I noticed that, I noticed that you've been stuck for a while. Which one?
The question 2.
Oh, you're saying that question 1 you're done, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm very happy. Now, what's your problem with question 2? You tell me.
I don't know how to start it.
Fair. This is a photo frame. Let me confirm that you can imagine a photo frame. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to know which one's a vertical. You tell me which one is vertical in this photo frame.
Vertical.
Yeah. If this is a photo frame which can be opened about AB, which one is vertical?
Like the
vertical and horizontal. Vertical is the one up and down or left to right? Vertical. Vertical is standing or horizontal is standing?
vertical is left and right.
No, you sleep horizontally. You stand vertically.
Oh.
How do we remember? Sorry. This will give you problem elsewhere. So I just teach you, okay? The easiest one to remember is not the vertical one, but the horizontal. Because the word horizontal comes from horizon.
Mm.
Do you know what's a horizon?
Like, how to say, but is it like across like that?
No. The horizon is when you go to the beach and then you see the line between the sky and the sea, where the sun sets and where the sun rises, the horizon line. Simple. That's what horizon means. Okay? Okay? That's the horizon. Tell me you can at least imagine a horizon in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Now horizon becomes horizontal. Now you tell me, because you have that line in your mind, you sleep horizontal or you sleep vertical?
Horizontal.
Good. Therefore, you stand vertical. Okay, yeah? Yeah? Now, I ask you, in this photo frame, which part is standing and which part is, well, sleeping? Which one?
Standing is 24 cm. Sleeping
Correct.
is
Anything else which is standing? Just checking.
like the letter
AB is standing, yeah. Other letters, please.
of PQ and DC.
Okay, I know you understand. Okay, I think you imagine the thing correctly. As per usual, you are a visual good person. Now, you're saying that you don't know how to start, right?
Yeah.
He wants the length of straight line CQ. Now, when things are hard, you make your own triangle. Why is a question in exam hard? Because he just give you the picture, especially 3D. He doesn't bother to tell you which triangle to use. He trusts you with it. That is the real test. Let me repeat this, Kirana, one more time. No matter what the shape is, it is not guaranteed they tell you which triangle to use. It's not guaranteed. You decide. Okay? You decide. That's a real exam question for the 3D structure thingy. One more time. In a 3D structure thingy, the real skill is to decide which triangle to use. Okay? They won't help. How do you decide? Obviously, you decide something which helps you to find CQ, first thing first, but also you need a triangle which you know 3. You understand what I'm saying? Choose a triangle that contains CQ and you know 3. Choose. That's your first step. That's the real skill. Elliot, choose and show me the no 3. So Elliot, have you decided? Oh, you have decided, isn't it? And that is the B10. Now you choose to go for B10 first. I object. Go for B11. Unless B10 is the final answer. You can put the B10 there, no problem. The B10 is the B10 is OChem, maybe. Oh wow, that means the B11 is not OChem, and that's totally fine. No guarantees. Please go to B11.
This is the last question.
Oh, this is the either or? Is B10 the either? Oh, and you choose the OChem one. Good. Have no fear, no matter how weird it is. Have no fear. Okay? I'm not going to time you though. For today, I'm not going to time you. I just want you to do it. Okay? Go ahead. If it is scary or don't know how to don't know how to figure out, you tell me. Now, Kirana, you have decided your triangle and it's definitely no 3. Can you do it now? Okay. Can you do it, Kirana? If you can, okay. If you can do this, you start your working with saying triangle BCQ. Okay, that's your declaration, and then you do it. Are you stuck, Elliot? Or are you reading?
No, I'm still reading.
Of course, go ahead. Tomorrow, during the time practice, you spend a lot of time reading. I really mean it. You spend your time reading. Okay, you cannot do without reading one. You're not that type. Okay, trust your talents lah. Your God-given talent. Yes, Kirana.
Do I find angle PAB first?
PAB. Look, you want CQ, right?
Yeah.
You want CQ. I have a feeling that you draw, or in your mind you decided the triangle BCQ, right? Is triangle BCQ no 3 or not?
Oh, so I do the cosine.
No 3 or not? Yes. You are still not using the no 3 to your advantage. Use it. The harder the question, the more important no 3 is. Use it. For 2 marks, that's quite easy. Good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good, Elliot. On the table, sayang. On your table. Maybe you put outside. You put inside. Ask mommy to make again. Ask mommy to make again. Right? Close nicely. Thank you. Good start, Kirana. Good start, Elliot.
Why when like all these type of questions they always have to make they always put like weird shape in the middle?
Right, a very good question. You have to understand this. This part of syllabus. Part of the syllabus is asking you to believe something. Yeah, to believe something. The middle part, here's the mid part, right? Here's another mid part. You know there are 2 monomers, so I just spoil it for you. The mid part can be whatever you want, as long as the left and right can connect. That should make sense to you, right?
Yeah.
Now, what the syllabus doesn't explain too clearly, sometimes because of time constraint, I don't know why, is that the connection makes the polymer, right? The connection makes the polymer, you know that, but the middle one grants it superpower. Let me say it very clearly. Cordell, whatever Cordell is, okay, Cordell is the real thing. If you search, you will find Cordell. Cordell's superpower, whatever its superpower, comes from the mid guy, the weird guy. Because no matter how the polymer is, you can slip in anything in the middle, it will give you the superpower. Let me give you 3 examples of superpower. Okay, first thing first, cannot burn, which is a good thing. Okay, resist fire. If you want your polymer to resist fire, you help it by making the mid guy resist fire. That's totally outside the syllabus. How do you make the mid guy resist fire? You don't know, but you know where to put. Okay, that weird shape might be the resist fire shape one. I don't know. You want another superpower, whatever. The other superpower is, I want it to be, I don't know, I want it to be black color, I don't know, whatever, black color, naturally. You put the black color guy on the other mid one. He will become black color.
Okay.
Right? Does it matter what the mid guy is? No. Why is it weird? Because the weirdness is outside the syllabus. But they want you to know whatever they put there is useful. But you don't know what, you don't need to know what. Because it's too many things to discuss. Okay? Long story short. Now, if I explain it this way, you must have an expectation like this. You must have an expectation that this always happens in exam because that's what polymer is. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, Kirana, you found the CQ, so that's easy. How about CAQ? You have decided on the triangle, correct? CAQ. Okay. What do you need to know about this triangle? You need to know 3. Go and do it. Once you know 3, then you can do
I need
something.
to find Pythagoras first. Is it?
Let me put it another way. You only know 1 in CAQ right now, correct or not? Which one?
The CQ.
Correct. The thing they try to help you, remember? They try to help you know 1. Oh, that's a big problem. Okay. Wow. You say Pythagoras. I don't mind. Which one do you want to Pythagoras?
The
Which
AC.
one? Okay, AC. Now, you want to use Pythagoras, correct, only if you use a different triangle. A different triangle, which you know 3 to find AC. Am I making any sense? You cannot use triangle CAQ. It will be the last triangle to do.
Is
For
the
finding,
ABC.
do you know 3? That's the question. Do you know 3?
I thought just Pythagoras.
90 degree includes in the know 3. Is it 90 degree or not?
Yeah.
Good. How do you know? Just checking. Good,
I
Elliot.
mean, it's rectangle.
Yeah, good. So 90 degree, you know. So that's no 1. Do you know 3? Come on. Do you know 3?
The 24 and the 18.
Good. You know 3, you can use Pythagoras. Correct. Make sense?
Yeah.
Good, Elliot. Maybe that's 4 marks. Who knows? Maybe. It's nice and slow. Oh, you should be able to get the 5 marks. Please. Actually, all these questions are very easy. Actually, for question 11, this is considered very easy. Take it slow and do it well. Okay. Good. Yeah, this is considered very easy for question 11.
Okay, then how do I find one of the angles?
At this point, the triangle CAQ, do you know 3 or not?
Now only know 2.
Then you still cannot find the angle because you still cannot use sine rule, cosine rule, Pythagoras or Tokaso. You still have to find the third one using some other triangle or some other method. That's still what you must do. Can you find one more? I don't know, one more angle, one more line, I don't know. Can or not?
Need to find one more angle.
If you can, go ahead. If not, line also can, whichever. 3 lines also works, okay, as long as you know 3 lah. What your teacher say, either 2 sides, 1 angle, or 2 angle, 1 side is not correct, It can be 3 sides also. It just cannot be 3 angle. The correct thing is cannot be 3 angle. Anything else is fine. Do you understand, Kiran?
Yeah.
It can be 3 sides. It can be, if you want to, if you need to. Okay, Elliot? I mean, so far so good lah. I understand what you're saying. Okay, everything is good and correct. Okay. Remember, your goal is 8 marks in 15 minutes. Currently, you are good chance you are scoring 6 already. You know this yourself, correct? Good chance, 6 marks. Doesn't take too long. Score your last 2 marks as quickly, as efficiently as possible. And then move on.
I don't understand this question.
If you don't understand, why do you risk even doing it? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course, I should tell you, but later lah. This is strategy first lah. Come on. In a match, can you take another 2 marks? Can? Can or not? Yeah, I don't think the D part 2 is in your syllabus anymore. I don't think so lah. Very risky. Can you take another 2 marks, please?
Yeah.
Go and take it.
I'm a bit stuck.
Kirana, find AQ. Find AQ, please.
AQ.
Find AQ. Using another triangle, right? Using another triangle, which you know 3. Same concept with AC.
Isn't AQ the same as AC?
If you think so, do you know 3 or not?
Yeah.
Good. Now, in this triangle, is it a 90-degree triangle, ACQ? Is it a 90-degree triangle?
No.
Now, if you insist that it's not a 90, I agree it's not 90. I agree. You can make it 90, but it depends on you. If you don't want to make it 90, if you want to stick to the fact that it is not 90, then you have 2 methods, sine rule or cosine rule. That's why you learn sine rule and cosine rule for the non-90-degree triangle, correct?
Yeah.
And then I teach you, or maybe your teacher teach you, identify very easily whether you can do sine rule or not. If you have 3 sides, can you do sine rule? The answer is no, because a sine rule depends on the pairing between the angle and the opposite line. Understand?
Yeah.
If you don't know angle pair line, you cannot do sine rule. Too bad, though. It must be cosine rule. That's the whole thing. You don't have to think already. Can I do sine rule or not? Oh, cannot. It must be cosine rule. Must be one. That easy. It must be a cosine rule. Now it depends on your skill in the cosine rule to find the angle. Again, one more time. If you cannot do sine rule, it must be cosine rule. No need to think one. Okay, good, Elliot. Oh, wait, it's only name. It's only name. You don't have to explain. Elliot, read the question. Unless when you explain, you want to state the difference. I'm okay. Don't waste time.
Yeah, I'm saying difference.
Go ahead. Sorry about that. Mm. Okay, okay. Yeah. Your cosine rule is good. Your cosine rule is good, Kiran. This is what you need. Okay. Now, Elliot, this is 1 mark, yeah? The way you answer, they don't like. The condensation and the addition one definitely correct, and you know that. Okay. Your problem is the way you reason the condensation. I have a problem with that because this is a very standard question. You should know by now. Condensation means the polymerization process ejects water. Okay. Your reasoning, it has a carboxyl functional group, doesn't work very well because the amide linkage, also condensation, does not have a carboxyl functional group. It's also condensation because it also ejects H2O. Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Either you write this down or you remember it, but please, this is super standard question. I don't like you using this 1 mark because it's standard, because it's not difficult. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hold on D2 and I'll tell you right at the end of the paper. So you're gonna just live with the fact that, oh, I am ignoring the 2 marks, and that's totally fine. Okay, that's strategy. Risky shot. Okay. Now, the next one is the reading comprehension one, usually the first question of section 2. Elliot, is there a topic that you dislike in chemistry?
QA.
Okay. Is there a topic that you hope will come out, something that you like very much?
Probably like the first like rate of reaction that catalyst.
Rate of reaction, for example. Okay. Now, take a peek at the question 10, right? The either or one. Take a peek on the other question. What topic is it?
It's also OChem.
Also okay, man. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, the reason why I ask you to take a peek is because it's usually not always OChem. Around 30% of the time is both OChem, right? 30% of the time. That's very rare. Most of the time, it is another topic. If the topic is something that you don't like, thanks the Lord. Because in the either or section, it will never come out again one in section A. In fact, all the topics that come out in section B will not come out in section A except for OChem. Okay, so maybe just, we call it lucky. Lucky, if the either or question contains what you don't like QA, then you will never see QA and you don't have to bother about QA in section A. Good news for you. Okay.
Yeah.
If it is rate of reaction, then too bad you don't get to do it also. It also won't happen again one in section or any other question. Too bad. Okay, but just good to know. Whatever happens in the either or one or section B will not happen again in the section. That's it.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead. Question 8, please. Reading comprehension.
I have to redo my question again because I
Why?
put the
Why
number
do you
wrong.
read? Hey, I thought you do it correctly. No?
No, it's wrong. I put the wrong number.
Hey, you cannot write cosine A. You must write cosine BCQ, or sorry, cosine CAQ. Cannot write cosine A.
Okay.
Okay, cannot. If your teacher is, very specific, then he will demand that lah. Okay, good. So far, so good. But what you're doing seems fine.
Got the answer.
Good, Kirana. Remember no 3, okay? Remember no 3, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Feel free to practice. Oh, it's more than 8:30 already. You say you want to stop after 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
Do you want to stop now?
Yeah.
Okay. If you feel that you need a bit of a session before is it Thursday? Is the exam Thursday? Sorry.
It's Wednesday.
Oh my. Yes, the exam is Wednesday. Okay. If you need something, just a short one on Tuesday, just ask. Okay. That's just up to you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Take care. Don't
Okay.
fret on AMath. Okay. Don't let AMath bother you too much. Okay. Focus on the others. Okay. Especially POA. Good job, Kirana. I'll see you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Elliot, how's the reading comprehension? Is it like very bad?
No.
Oh, no, this is not very difficult. Yeah, not very difficult at all. Ritzel, aku belum pernah share yang Jamboardnya Elliot ya. Aku akan share sama kamu biar kamu bisa lihat soalnya ya. Soalnya
Okay.
yang udah itu. Oke. Soalnya pasti berasa baru dan agak susah. Karena ini lagi latihan soal paling susah dalam ulangan. Memang susah gitu.
Yeah.
Okay, Elliot, what do you think?
I think mostly it goes up.
Down the group, right?
Yeah, down the group.
Wait, who are you comparing down the group? Who? How do you
Like-
compare down the group? Sorry, how do you compare down the group? May I know?
I just see the table one, then
Okay.
down.
So give me an example of down the group. Circle something at the Jamboard.
Like, where's
Circle something in the Jamboard.
this is the first, then it's second, then it's the third, like for these three.
Good. Okay. So I'm very happy that you're reading it correctly. Okay, so then comprehension. So down the group, then what? Generally, it will go. The melting point will.
Increases.
Yeah, the melting point increases. And I think it's almost true for everything except for the CU, AU, and AG, which is the exception. Who cares, right? The rest are correct.
Left to right,
The
the
rest are
except.
correct. No, it's for 1 mark, I don't care. For 1 mark, I don't care. For 2 marks, I'll write down the exception. Okay. Now, you can believe one thing about them. They know that chemistry is full of trends and then exceptions. They know. You know, they know. They know better than you. You can bet if they're interested in the exception, they will make sure to include it in the exam or in the questions, but not in a 1 mark question. Okay, in a 1 mark, the answer is just book like that, they're finished. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see whether they can resist themselves. Oh no, they don't. They don't include it. I don't think they do. They don't include it. Cross the periods. Cross the period. For 2 marks, I'll try to answer much more completely. At the same time, you want to decide whether this is a 5 mark or a 7 mark for you. You haven't showed me the full question, right? Correct or not? This is a total only 7 marks, right? You haven't shown me the total question, right?
Oh.
Correct or not? Why am I asking you this is because you want to decide quite early whether this is going to be a 5 mark or a 7 mark, whether this is supposed to be easy or hard. You should decide by reading and understanding. You should roughly know, what am I aiming? Should I spend more time here or should I not waste time here? Time is the essence. Okay, good. For a total of 10. So you tell me, 6, 5, 6, or 7? You can do more if you want to lah. No problem.
I think can like 7.
Okay, but focus on the easiest 7. Strategy ma, understand?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that the last question is the hardest. It really doesn't mean that. If you think the last few are the easiest, you focus on that first. Who cares? Okay. In fact, I'm pretty sure question C is separate from question A and B. Very much separate. Correct or not?
Yeah.
You may want to focus on that if you want to. It totally depends on you. So that's a practice. Okay. Are you done or are you unhappy?
Now I think that's enough for 2.
For now, I'm okay also. Okay, for now. Again, your aim is 7 marks. If possible, 8 lah, but 7 if it's easy. Okay. Are you happy?
Yeah.
As you can tell, this is basically just reading comprehension, correct?
Yeah.
Graph is one of the 3 possible ways of, what to read. First of all, graph sorry, you don't take physics, sorry. The second one is experimental data. So results of experiments. Sometimes it's not a graph, sometimes it's a table or something like that. So graph, table. And then the last one is a lot of reading plus some table, right? That's the normal format of reading comprehension in chemistry. Okay. Okay. Again, I hope this convinces you that reading comprehension is the key here. Reading and comprehending, right?
Yeah.
Now, how much more marks do you aim? Go and do it. Okay, good.
Wait, is this an ionic equation?
It looks like the ionic equation. Looks like it. Look, hey, Elliot, whenever you feel you're uncomfortable with your ionic, you write the full one first, and then you just, cancel whatever is the same on the left and on the right. Correct or not? You don't have to force yourself to write it down immediately ionic. You can write down the full one first. Make sense? That wastes, if you keep thinking about it, it wastes time. Huh? Just write down the full one first.
Hmm.
Wait, am I making any sense? Or?
Yeah.
Do you want to write down the full one first? You don't have to, but do you want to?
I think I can do this one.
Okay, then go. Okay. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, bad news, yeah? You lose 1 mark. Let's talk about it. Okay. You have to know why you lose 1 mark. Okay. Because it is supposed to be easy, and yet, I guess ionic equation is never easy, lah, I guess, even though it's 1 mark. I explain it 2 ways, okay? I explain it 2 ways. This is supposed to be 2, even though there seems to be no reason. Okay. Reason is because on the left, 2 pluses, 2 pluses. If you don't do the 2, it will be only 1 plus and 2 plus. It doesn't make sense at all. Do you understand? If you don't understand, I'll give you the second explanation.
Yeah, I think I get it.
Okay, now I'll show you the second one just in case lah. And my Jamboard is having problem. Okay, second one involves the full thing lah. So Cu plus AgNO3, am I correct?
Yeah.
Of course, we know that AgNO3 is minus and plus. You can immediately do that. Okay, and then you have CuNO3, 2. Don't forget that, correct or not? 2.
Yeah.
Because why? Because 2 plus and minus, right? And then therefore, a plus Ag, therefore this must be 2, this must be 1, and this must be 2. See? You see that?
Yeah.
Then you cancel this one, and you have the exact same thing as mine. Remember, in an ionic, pure ionic, you got to balance the electron. That's what they mean. In a normal chemical, in the full chemical one, you don't have the danger of missing this one out. Looks like because you do it directly, you miss out on it. Very careful. Please be careful. Losing 1 mark is not good. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Please move on. Come. I still have one more strategy to talk with you. Finish D and E if you so wish. Right. This is not the easiest. It's not easiest. Not the easiest. As far as you can tell, you did try for 7 marks, correct or not? As far as you can tell.
Yeah.
D1, D2, and E, should you do it or not?
Yes.
Then try. Remember, even though you don't do it now, it is possible that you do it later after section A. Actually, that's all I mean. You should try 7 marks first, and if you have time, you try again later, especially the hard ones. If you find this to be easy, go for it.
How did I do E?
Okay, look, officially in exam, you stop doing at E. You understand?
Yeah.
If you realize that, wait a minute, this is in a new territory, you skip immediately. Because officially, you can do 9 marks here. It's way higher than expected, and that's good. You didn't waste too much time also. But if you force your E, you'll be wasting time. Okay? Officially. Lah. Now, of course, I'll tell you how to answer E and even the question before. Now, before I tell you that, strategy-wise first, do you realize that you took a lot longer than 15 minutes for, the question 10 and question 8 today?
Yeah.
Okay, you took almost 25 minutes per one. Now, let me explain why that is good and why that is bad. What is bad is obvious. Okay, you took longer than 15 minutes. It's totally beyond the exam. However, I'll tell you what is good. Now, you listen to me why I think this is still good. Tomorrow, when you do the time practice, I want you to do the exact thing, but with the time pressure. The time pressure is the 15 minutes. Okay? The moment you realize how short 15 minutes is, my advice makes more sense, not less. For example, I ask you to focus on 877. It makes a lot more sense if you only have 15 minutes. If you have a lot of time, you do whatever you want. Okay, so far so good?
Yeah.
Remember what I'm asking you to do tomorrow. Again, you do first because you're fresh. You do the hardest one first because you are quite good in chemistry already. OChem, you'll pull up your morale. Doing something hard pulls up your morale. Okay, doing something hard and you can pulls up your morale. Not being able to do something pulls down your morale. I am advising you because I think it will pull up your morale instead of pulling it down. Okay. Tomorrow, though, you will feel the full weight of 15 minutes. Very likely, you will do 20 minutes per question. Instead of 25 and instead of 15, you'll do 20. If you do 20 per question, that's 1 hour for section B. So far, so good?
Yeah.
The bad thing is you only have 45 minutes for section A. I'll tell you the good thing. The good thing is I want you to do that because that's the real practice. The real practice for getting A1 is that you master section B. Mastering section A is easier. Mastering section B is harder, and not a lot of people do it. Until O level, people still do not know how to deal with section B, and I think I can understand it. Hopefully, you as a person who understands, how do I say, a strategy lah, because of your basketball experience, I hope you understand that mastering section B is the key to excellent performance. Because nobody else does it much. Nobody else. People will do the exact opposite. People will focus a lot on section A because, frankly speaking, section A is easier and it seems to have a lot of marks. Leaving section B, very little time. No way to master. That's just how they practice. You're going to practice doing both correctly. And hopefully your training tells you, you train the hard one first lah. Tomorrow, I want you to do at the least 20 minutes for each. If can faster, good for you. If not, that is the point of tomorrow's time practice, the section B. After 1 hour though, I think you should go to section A already. That's the limit. If possible, 15, 15, 15. If not, 20, 20, 20 is totally fine. Master your pressure, master your time, master your feeling in section B tomorrow. regardless of the time. I give you 1 hour limit. Can?
Yeah.
Can, Elliot? Tomorrow, that's your practice. You're gonna tell me what happened, yeah, on Thursday.
Okay.
Right? That's the strategy. You haven't tried the third question. The good news is the third question, the middle one, is usually the more obvious one. Don't have to read too much. It's more like a section A, but very long. So not too much worry about that. Not too much pressure. Just the kind of question that you just do lah. All right. So
Yeah.
now let me answer this part E first. Answering part E is very simple. There is a reason why he talks about 8. Look at the table, please. Are you at the table?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing you don't remember very well is that the question tries to help you very much. The question tries to set it up for you in part D1. If your part D1 is correct, your part E is likely to be correct if you use it. Okay, this one is very not reactive, correct? AU is the least reactive one. This one is slightly higher in reactivity, correct?
Yeah.
This one also slightly higher in reactivity. You go to the left, more reactive. You go up, more reactive. Need I say more? The answer is cobalt lah. Need I say more?
Okay.
Do you understand? Why is it cobalt?
A bit.
For 1 mark, it ain't much lah, right? It is meant to be, the one that tests your understanding, knowledge, reading comprehension, whatever. Okay. Strategy-wise, if you don't get this one, that's totally fine. Okay. Now, the last question from explain how CFC, okay? Now, please understand one thing, yeah? No matter how difficult the question is, no matter how outside the syllabus, for example, cobalt is outside the syllabus, CFC is outside the syllabus. No matter how much this is outside the syllabus, the answer must be inside the syllabus. Okay, that's the first criteria. Usually the second criteria is they help you do it because they know it's outside the syllabus. For example, the cobalt one, they actually help you. You just don't know that they help you. That's the issue. You don't use their help. So what to do? They already help you. But first thing first, you must understand the answer is inside the syllabus most of the time, even though the thing is outside. Okay, yeah? So there is no wonder that I focus on what is inside the syllabus because I'm also not very familiar with CFC. I focus on this guy. This guy is definitely inside the syllabus. What does the syllabus tell you about the double bond C?
Like you react with other.
Yeah, it can react very easily. Sorry, do you have that understanding from the syllabus?
Yeah.
Let's see double bond C. Okay. So if it reacts very easily, it'll react with most people. Like for example, it reacts with Cl2. Ozone, you do not know what's ozone, by the way. You do not know. Ozone is, they don't even tell you that ozone is O3. Worse is the structure. You don't know what's the structure of O3 one. Okay, but maybe you know ozone is O3, maybe you don't. It does not matter. What matters is the C double bond is a reactive bond which will react with many other things. So far, so good?
Yeah.
So that is already a good reason why CFC causes ozone depletion. First thing first, can ya?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's only 1 mark, I believe. Only 1 mark. The fact that the C double bond is reactive, so it reacts with ozone even though you do not know who is ozone. Okay, the upper atmosphere, I believe, is the 2nd mark. Remember, I never see the answer key one. I am guessing from my personal experience. I want to address the upper atmosphere by saying that CFCs are gas. Did the question tell you that CFC is gas? No, right?
Yeah.
Did the CFC tell you? No, the CFC doesn't tell. No, it doesn't tell. It doesn't tell. Where in the question does they tell you CFC are gas?
No, they
That's
don't.
not. They don't. Now, CFC, I will say, right? Okay. How the heck? All right, so I have to answer for CFC, our guess, because we know it's a very short chain, right? Short chain. So it is gas and it can go up to the upper atmosphere. Okay, it can go up to the upper atmosphere.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that's part of the 2 marks. Okay, is this difficult? Yes, of course. I think this is the most difficult part of the question. You have to use all your syllabus knowledge, plus you have to use some sort of common sense. Okay, but in the end, the answer still is part of the syllabus. In the end.
Yeah.
Okay, don't think too much about this. Okay, if you get this kind of question, good for you. If not, there's still strategy. Okay.
Yeah.
Elliot, tomorrow when you do the paper 2, you'll be a bit tired. Please do the section B first, at most 1 hour. And then for section A, you have the experience and hopefully we can talk about it on Thursday, like how to deal with section A. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Elliot?
No.
Then I will see you on Thursday. Bye. Ya, oke Ritzel, kita ini udah selesai. Ya, gimana soalnya tadi? Bingung apa enggak?
Bingung.
Baru ya kelihatannya.
Iya.
Tadi aku cerita sama Elliot. Elliot itu kan lagi siap-siap yang ujian nasional ini. Jadi di ujian nasional Singapura selalu ada 2 soal yang paling susah. Di mana soalnya itu yang bikin soalnya tuh sengaja. Sengaja apa? Sengaja pakai istilahnya bahan-bahan kimia yang tidak ada dalam kurikulum. Bukan kurikulum Indonesia loh, tidak ada dalam kurikulum Singapura. Sengaja. Karena salah satu tujuan soal seperti itu adalah untuk ngetes mereka bisa nggak sih pakai pelajaran yang apa yang sudah mereka tahu dari kurikulum, mereka pakai untuk menjawab soal-soal yang kesannya tidak ada di kurikulum. Jadi bahannya itu nggak ada di kurikulum.
Ya.
Bahan kimianya. Cuma cara menjawabnya masih termasuk dalam kurikulum. Kalau itu peraturannya begitu. Namanya soal aplikasi. Nah, biasanya di Indonesia soal seperti itu amat sangat jarang. Tergantung sekolah masing-masing. Pernah nggak Fang ketemu di sekolahnya Fang di di Sutomo? Ini kok bahan kimia ini aku nggak pernah lihat sebelumnya ya, tapi masih ditanyakan gitu. Pernah nggak?
Pernah.
Sering nggak?
Pas kayak ujian
Pas
PB
kayak
gitu.
ujian. Kalau gitu, soal itu pasti begini. Bahannya sih di luar kurikulum, maksudnya nggak pernah lihat, ya apaan sih nih? Gitu. Tapi cara menjawabnya pasti masih dalam kurikulum, artinya masih pakai yang kita ngerti dari pelajaran. Itu kira-kira benar nggak?
Iya.
Nah, itulah 2 soal yang tadi Elliot bahas, karena besok dia tuh bakal apa sih istilahnya apa sih trial atau gimana, pokoknya mereka bakal latihan waktunya lah, latihan soal gitu, pakai waktu gitu, simulasi gitu. Jadi kita bahas 2 soal yang susahnya tuh begitu, udah pakai bahan di luar kurikulum panjang lagi gitu. Bisa nggak Elliot tuh tenang menjawabnya? Nah, Elliot tadi cukup tenang, itu latihan tadi. Maksudnya QQ jangan heran kalau soalnya itu kelihatan aneh banget. Itu pasti. Memang begitu latihannya tadi. Ya. Oke. Oke. Soal polimer kayaknya sih Ritzel bakal belajar nanti pas kimia organik. Kayaknya sih. Jadi mungkin memang belum belajar aja. Oke. Oke, Ritzel. Kalau nggak ada pertanyaan, besok lagi deh.
Ya.
Oke.
Bye.
See you. Bye.